Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Christy. Um, I just talked about it. Just came out today. Today's Tuesday. Sydney Sweeney and Ben Foster, and it's a life of an incredible career of Christy Martin, the most successful female boxer of the 1990s. Fire Inside was one that I saw a female boxer going to the Olympics kind of thing. So I get that vibe, obviously. And so from my understanding, this did not do well at the box office. Um, but I think people liked it. You know what I mean? I think I don't know. I don't think the critics, I forget what I said. Go watch that video. I know, because all I see here is IMDb, which tells me 6.0 on IMDb, only 6,100, or no, 9,149 people rated it so far. So not bad. David Mitchold is the director, and there's a bunch of writers in it. I don't know. Sydney Sweeney obviously plays Christy, the boxer, and what's his name plays the trainer, or manager, whatever. I don't know. I'm interested. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Let's get into it. Let's find out what it's about. Give you a better idea. Let you know at least what I think, and if it's worth watching. Stick around. Ben Foster. Ben Foster. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Christy. Not understanding the hate for the movie. I mean, if you hate good acting, if you hate a good story, and you don't like actors, maybe that's why. I mean, Ethan Embry's in it, and Katy O'Brien is in it too. Like, she hasn't come up yet, but yeah, there she is. Katy O'Brien is in it, and I think she's another great actress. She just has a uniqueness about her, and she doesn't play the same character in every movie. She's different in every one. Or, in most cases, she's got great acting skills, but she's so unique and she brings a lot. Anyway, she's another fellow boxer in this one. And I've said this before, and I know not everybody watches all of my reviews. You should, but Sydney Sweeney is an exceptional talent. I think a lot of people, originally a lot of people were drawn to her because of her looks and her beauty, and that's great. She doesn't use that. Like, I don't even know. Like, she made that one movie with Glenn Powell. That's the last one I've seen of her, like, using that. She stretches her limits with her roles, and it's apparent in this one. She's playing a female boxer, and, like female boxer, it's not like a swimsuit bikini kind of thing. No, she's heavier. She's put on weight for this thing, and she cuts her hair differently. You know what I mean? She gets beat up, and, even like they show her, like with her weight on. Which is like, again, watching that other movie, she's skinny and whatever. And I'm not really attracted to her that way, but her skills and her willingness to take on these different roles, and really be an actress, and a lot of people will use their other gifts to get a lot of roles. She uses the gift of acting, and I think that's great to say that about her. Ben Foster, I've always liked Ben Foster. He does an incredible role, and it's interesting to see. Like, you have a picture of Ben Foster. I have a picture of Sydney Sweeney. You could, and then you see these two characters. They end up, in this movie together, and they don't look like the actors, right? It was kind of a stretch to get them to look like who they wanted to them in this film. You think you could get other people who are like very close to that, and they didn't. So they really wanted somebody specific for these roles. Not caring about maybe, like their natural looks, but more about what they're going to bring to the screen, because I think they both nailed it. And I think, what you don't like, Ben Foster at the end of this movie, right? And it's a movie about her becoming a boxer, meeting him. He's a trainer. Then they get married. And I'm going to tread lightly, because if you're like me, I know her, the Christy, from back in the day when she was boxing, which, whatever. I know it, but I didn't know the full story. I definitely did not know the full story. I mean, the writing on the wall with this one is, she gets into boxing, Ben Foster, trainer, then they become married, and he's, not the greatest husband. That's a very common story with I hate to laugh at that, but like in these things. I've seen other ones like that, but it was more Lady Wrestler. But you know what I mean. You know where it's going. And at times, it's 2-hour movies. I did find myself on my phone, not because I wasn't interested, because it was painful to watch. Painful to watch what she had to go through. And then you lap on, and you throw on her family. Not so much her family. Her father's played by Ethan Embry. I like him, but the mother. There is a specific scene, and if you watch this movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Who her mother is as an individual and a parent in this one, and it's just like, poor girl. You know, I mean, she's rising to the top, greatest female boxer of all time. Probably has some money and a lot of good things going for her. But when you look behind it, like, we talk about that a lot. Is like, is it great at the top? And in this case, it wasn't, not only because of her marriage, but also because of her family. Wow. That one scene. You'll know what I'm talking about if you watch it. I mean, it's just a verbal exchange and stuff like that. And then I wrote this down in the beginning because I think it's what really makes you look at Sydney Sweeney in a different light and her acting ability. So she's in the ring. She's boxing other boxers at the beginning. And I wrote down naivety. Her being naive, and you know what I mean, like not knowing, like the way that she acts after she knocks somebody down. You can see her facial expressions, her body language, and stuff like that. And that's true talent right there, right there. And I wanted to use that word, and I blew it. I even played it on Google on how do you say this, but I knew what I meant. Like, she's so innocent, unsure of like what's going on, and she plays it off well. So there you go. Phenomenal movie. If you don't know anything about it, don't Google it. Watch the film to see what this is all about. And if you know a lot more about it, you know, whatever, still watch the film. But I mean, coming out of it the way I enjoyed it right to the end. It's tough to watch, like I said, but not because it's not well done. So shame on those who don't like this movie. You know, and I also think sometimes people don't like a strong female lead. You know, tough noogies. This is a good film. Go watch it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.